The journey of 1,000 kilometers begins with a single step. And I've just taken my first 20. So, God, I hope this goes well.
Spoiler alert, it did not go well.
I'm a couple hours in and it's pissing rain, but I would take this over blistering heat because my back is fucking heavy and oh my gosh. This is so amazing! Holy shit! Wind turbines. Oh my god! Man, there's no one out here. The trail's empty. It's just me. My favorite.
The plan was to spend the summer hiking the Grande Traversata delle Alpi, or the GTA, which is a trail that goes from Switzerland across the border to Italy and all the way down to the Mediterranean. Accommodations are so expensive in Europe during the summer, and so I thought I'd save money by sleeping in my tent. I had no real goal or plan other than to follow the trail and hike until September. Hiking in Europe is different from hiking in the States and other parts of the world because there are refugios situated along many trails, offering hikers not only meals, but also beds, showers, and even Wi-Fi.
I just started day 2 about an hour ago, and I'm doing this descent. And I learned after talking to the guy at the refugio that I didn't even need to come up this pass. So I climbed up a pass yesterday and I came back down, and it's a pretty gnarly descent, and I just fell and snapped my trekking pole. So I definitely need that. I really hope there's somewhere I can buy another one. Fuck. Here we go. So I just stopped at this refugio that's kind of on the way, and I asked them where I could buy another trekking pole, and the guy gave me one for free. Absolute lifesaver. Oh my god. So nice. Oh, that's so steep. So I think that's the pass I have to climb. It's so big. Oh man. So I just looked at my map, and I have to climb 1,700 feet to the top of that pass. That's so much. Oh God. Oh, here we go. So that's actually not the top of the pass. That's just a fake out. You can't see it because of the fog. I have 1,000 more feet. I'm dying. God, that climb was, oh, it was so hard. But if I had a lighter pack, it wouldn't have been as bad. It says that I'm at the top. So tell me why the trail keeps going up. Oh, and lovely weather we're having. Can't see shit. Fucking Christ. But thank God for my trekking poles. Holy shit. That guy was a lifesaver. I think I have an hour to the place I'm staying for the day and night. Here we go. Now that lake is a sight for sore eyes. I'm pretty sure that's where I'm going. And hopefully I can get out of the clouds and the rain and off this descent. What a hell of a first 2 days. Hopefully it gets better. I just fucking snapped the other one. What the fuck? These are carbon fiber poles. They were not cheap. Jesus Christ. But thank God the place I'm going is right down there. But I still got a fucking hell of a descent to get there. Jesus Christ. God. Okay, so here's the situation. The refugio that I'm at now does not have any options for poles for me. I cannot and will not hike without poles because it's a safety issue. They are an essential part of my gear, mainly because they can help you keep your balance. I have a really heavy pack. I'll get into that later. And so you're top heavy, and so when you're mainly on ascents and descents, you can be unstable, it's uneven terrain, and the poles can catch you in case you slip or fall. If you're climbing, they also help take larger steps if you need to step up on a rock, or they just help you maintain your balance. Same with descents. They help you maintain your balance. If you slip forward, they can catch you. And a lot of this will save your ankles. If you step wrong and you roll like this, if you have poles, you're not putting all of your weight on your foot / your ankle. And so the poles can take some of the weight off. And so if you do step wrong and do this, you won't roll your ankle or you won't sprain it or break it, which they've saved me countless times from breaking my ankles. Also on descents, they help save your knees, because you're using a lot of force when you're going down. And so if you have poles out in front of you, they can take some of the weight off your knees. All of this leads to prevention of injury and prevention of wearing yourself out. They make it easier so that you can go further and longer and you're not just killing yourself. That being said, this terrain is very, very uneven and very difficult. Hiking without poles would be stupid. And it would be unsafe, especially with my pack being top heavy. It's really easy to fall over. So I need to hike to the nearest town, which luckily I'm pretty sure, and I need to ask the people that work here. I think it's only a couple of miles on like a dirt road or a gravel road. And then from there, I'll have to take a train down to a bigger town and buy some trekking poles. So I am hanging out here for the day, taking a rest day, because that pass yesterday kicked my ass. It was so bad. So the reason my pack is so heavy, there's a few reasons. The first being, I didn't know that I was going to do this hike until I was already in Albania. Had I known I was going to do this when I was back in the States, I probably would have upgraded my gear a little bit. That being said, buying all new gear is really expensive. I got a new pack because my other pack was not fitting well and it wouldn't even work for a day hike. So that cost me $600. If I were to upgrade a tent to an ultra lightweight tent, which would save me about 1.5 pounds and space in my bag, that will cost me at least $300. I also brought my camping chair, which in hindsight was a bad idea. I use it all the time and I love it. And when I'm out on trips, I love having a comfortable chair rather than sitting on the ground, because when you're hiking with a pack on, you want to sit in a chair with a back. I shouldn't have brought it. It's adding probably about 2 pounds. I also brought freeze-dried backpacking meals or dehydrated backpacking meals that I've had from the States. That was in case I ended up at a place where I wasn't able to get food, like if I stopped in the middle of the trail between refugios, or if I couldn't continue hiking one day because I was exhausted or injured or something and I needed to eat something. Those are kind of like an emergency thing. I brought 10. Given that I was out here for 2 months, that's 1 a week. So I figured that was fine, but those are adding, I don't know, a few pounds. Another reason my pack is heavy, the main reason, is that I read online that the only breakfast options available at the refugios was dry toast and coffee. I don't really drink coffee, and dry toast does not vibe with me when I'm doing lots of physical exercise. So I brought my own breakfast food to include oatmeal, walnuts, dates, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, and almonds. And I have 7 of the backpackers meals, like these, That is adding about 8 pounds because I brought enough for like 2 to 4 weeks, depending on how much I eat. And so that's adding a lot of weight. So with the extra 1.5 pounds from my tent, that if I had a smaller lightweight tent, minus the 2 pounds from my camping chair, the fucking 8 pounds from the breakfast food, and maybe add another 2 for the, I'm at over 15 pounds extra. And so my pack weighs 40 pounds, which is 1/3 of my body weight. It's insane. But I guess I didn't really feel like I had too much of a choice. I'm just working with what I had. That's the situation. Just doing the best I can with what I've got. So hopefully in a couple of weeks, I'll go through all my breakfast food and then I'll have to purchase other food. It is what it is. And my pack will be lighter then. I don't really know. I think I'm just gonna have to do smaller days, or in terms of mileage and climbs. So I am hiking to town right now to buy new trekking poles. It's luckily not too far. The lady at the Refugio said it was about an hour. So I'll hike into town, buy trekking poles, and then hike back up to the Refugio I was staying at. And then the next day I will continue on. But this is a really beautiful area. This is nice. There's a gondola that goes the rest of the way down. All right, I got new poles, but they're very heavy. So that's a huge bummer. They cost me 24 euros, cheaper than a helicopter rescue. So it is what it is. I'm suffering. This is a seriously steep climb. And I fucking hate these poles. It's a sufferfest. Oh my God. I am in the Netherlands, in a complete stranger's house. Yes, they are letting me stay here. And yep, they trust me in their house. So I took a train from Italy. So here's the situation. The poles were a real bummer, but the biggest bummer was how heavy my pack was. It was miserable, and it was also pushing the maximum weight capacity for the bag, and I didn't want to damage the bag that I just spent $600 on. So anyway, this woman who owns this house is super cool. Actually, the first night I came in, she picked me up from the train station, and we sat until 2 in the morning. 2 in the morning. And we sat until 2 in the morning just talking, getting to know each other. It was so fun. The plan was to spend the summer hiking and reading a bunch of books. Since I'm not hiking, I'm still gonna read a bunch of books. So while I'm here, I've been reading, I've been taking baths, which I haven't got to do in a long time. And honestly, that's really it. Yeah, I haven't even really been exploring because it's been so rainy, but they do have some bikes that I can ride, which I've been riding to and from the center of town to go to the market to get some food. That's literally it. I haven't been doing anything else.
I used a website called Trusted Housesitters, and this is not an ad, by the way. It's a platform that connects homeowners with people like me who need someone to look after their house and pets while they're away. After exchanging a few messages and having a FaceTime call, I hiked out of the mountains and took several trains from Italy all the way to the Netherlands, where I was going to take care of this woman's 2 cats while she was traveling for a month.
It was too heavy. People do through hikes with much lighter packs. There's a way to do it. And, and one of the ways is to not bring a drone. I regret it and it was stupid. However, that led me to here.